Go bananas. Home sweet home. 20 years ago, I stepped on this stage for the first time, and in the time since, I've recorded my first album here in 2013, my second album here in 2018, my first 1 hour special here in 2023. And now, here I am once again. And I'm feeling kind of different about this, because usually I feel kind of pleasant, kind of simple, unoffensive, and nice. But tonight, something different is in the air. Because tonight, I think I'm feeling a little bit diabolical.
Clap your hands to give it up for my guy, Cincy's own, Tabari McCoy!
Before I get started, I'm gonna go ahead and say this to get it out the way. I know that this shirt was a very bold choice. And the first one of y'all that yells, "Hey, Kool-Aid," I'm gonna kick your ass after the show. How you doing, everybody? How we feeling tonight? Hey, yes. Oh, thank y'all for coming out tonight. I am so happy to see you. I am surprised to see you because gas is higher than the 1990 Portland Trailblazers right now. So, thank y'all for coming out here tonight to have some fun. And we need some fun because 2026 is trash. Let's talk about it. Yes. Oh, man, I knew this year was going to be hot garbage on a platter because we had all of the warning signs. You know what I mean? Every sign was there at the jump at the end of 2025 because we look at it, winter was absolutely horrible. You know what I mean? Now we on the verge of World War III. And we got sequels to Anaconda and Scream before Grand Theft Auto 6. What are we doing? Seriously, did anybody need a new Scream sequel? Apparently, because it is the highest grossing film in the franchise. Yeah, and that is why more people should be in favor of sterilization. Right there, that's it. Okay? Yeah, some of y'all are having babies, you need to learn how to pull out. This is terrible, okay? Oh, okay, I see some of y'all getting shocked. I know my act, it's gonna get so much worse. Buckle up! Yeah. They've been making Scream movies since 1996. That's 30 years, okay? That is multiple generations of people trying to kill Neve Campbell's character. At this point, I'm rooting for the killer, okay? Like, I ain't screaming, I'm yawning because I'm tired of this shit. Like, kill her, okay? Like, you know what I mean? You had people trying to kill you for 3 decades. At this point, I'm sitting here like Taylor Swift, like, bitch, the problem is you. Sorry. Ridiculous, man, you know? But yeah, I'm trying to have some fun, which is what we need, you know, because the world is in turmoil right now, you know, and this is the times that we, as Americans, have always turned to our leaders and for great leadership to get us through tough times. That's not the joke, but it felt like it, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do political material tonight because I don't know who has a concealed carry up in this bitch, but it's cool. So, yeah. But you know, every time you turn on the news, he's right there. You know, just something new. And I'm gonna say this, if you notice, I have not said his name because as a black man in America in 2026, I would rather say Candyman into a mirror 5 times than say that dude's name out loud. Now here's the thing, I don't know what part of the political aisle you fall on, but looking at the demographics of this room, it's not mine, but But here's the thing, if nothing else, can we admit that this dude says the wildest stuff you've ever heard a human being say into a microphone on a regular basis? Yes. This dude is wild. He's got rappers going, yeah, what the hell he just said? Like, this dude is wild, son. Like, he be killing me. And here's the thing, you know that he's had to have been like this his entire life because nobody just wakes up one day and becomes this. You know what I mean? Like, you could picture him as a kid just being like that. You know, you'd see him in elementary school, they'd be in gym class, teacher trying to get everybody lined up. They're like, okay, class, today we're gonna learn how to play hopscotch. Everyone get in a single file line. Donald, quit pushing. And he's over there going, get these hoes off of me, they can't jump. Like, you know what I mean? Just crazy. The thing is that he's just not a good public speaker. You know what I mean? And he had to follow possibly the greatest orator that we've ever had. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, oh, thank you. All right. Remember, if I get jumped, you helping now. Because the world is on fire, man. That's why you gotta try to have fun when you can. You know, I'm out here in these streets. I hate it. It's garbage. And for our Latino brothers and sisters, basura, I hate it. But trying to do what I can. That's why I'm trying to get in some better shape, although it's not going the way I would like. And it's not for lack of effort. It's because I run a lot. You know what I mean? I'm not even a suspect. I mean, look at me. But I run all the time, so it's not because of lack of effort. It's because I love sugar. Any other sugar junkies in the room? Yes. I love sugar. I love sugar so much, I'd be like, do I need both of these feet? Like, I love sugar. You understand? Love it. My current nemesis is Crumble Cookie. That pink son of a bitch shop, they killing me, boy. That is an aptly named establishment, because every time I walk past one, my jeans are getting in shape, Crumble. I'll be like, I'll take the lemon, thank you. The only thing is that, like, when I go to the gym to work out, which obviously is not often enough, don't laugh at that part, I got feelings. But when I go to work out, it's just one of those things where I just can't, because I get intimidated by the people in the gym, because there's too many people in gyms that need to stop. You've reached peak fitness. You know what I mean? If you one of them people that walk around like this, go home, you done. There's no more weight for you to lift, okay? You are go home and have a cheesecake fried in a cheesecake. You are done. Okay? Like, there's only like 3 reasons to be this big. A, you in the military, thank you for your service. B, you are an EMT saving people's lives at home. Or C, you are auditioning for an Avengers movie. What are you doing? Like, and you better have one of them 3 jobs. Why you need to be this big stocking shelves at Target? What you doing? Like, stupid. But everything right now is ridiculous. You know, that's why, like, I talk about politics and whatnot. You can't talk about politics with people anymore, because we used to have a thing in this country called public discourse and decorum. Those things are long, long gone now. Because you go on Facebook for 30 seconds and everybody's cursing each other out. And I'm like, all right, well, miss MySpace, I guess. Does anybody else miss MySpace? Yes. Oh, I miss MySpace like nobody's business. Like, we got 20-somethings in here, right? Like, clap if you in your 20s. Stay over there. All right. Here's the thing, you know nobody likes y'all over the age of 30, right? And it's not even your fault. You know why people over 30 don't like 20-somethings? It's because you guys remind everybody over 30 of all their days of youth gone away, okay? Because when you are young, you have all the energy and no wisdom. When you get over 40, you have all the wisdom, but you be like, hey, you wanna go out tonight? I would, but my knee. Oh, my knee? Ain't gonna happen, Captain. Like, nope. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, and this is how I know I'm getting older, because just subtle things that you notice when you get older. Like, I'm a big hip-hop fan. Love hip-hop. Grew up in the 80s and the 90s when we had good hip-hop, okay? Not this stuff that's out right now, okay? Can someone please hug Drake and send him back to Canada? Can we do that? Like, I would trade him for Seth Rogen and a couple of Band-Aids. Can we please just get rid of that dude? Just, you know. And like when I grew up, we had good hip hop, because we had all different type of hip hop groups, you know what I mean? We had like our happy-go-lucky rappers, you know? We had like Digital Underground, you know? Yeah. For the white people, the Beastie Boys. We had lyricists, guys that had sharp rhyme patterns, dudes like Rakim, Big Daddy Kane. We had our political rappers, like Public Enemy, and NWA, KRS-One. And I noticed that half of the room was like, is he gonna mention Clint Black next? I don't know who any of these people are. Sorry. But here's the thing, there was one dude who has had a very interesting career who has let me know that I am getting older by watching this man's career trajectory. And everybody in this room knows who this man is, and the man's name is Tracy Morrow. You just don't know that because that is his, as the young people say, government name, because Tracy Morrow is the stage name or nom de plume of rapper/actor Ice-T. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if you're like me, you know Ice-T very differently than many people today know Ice-T, okay? Because when I grew up, Ice-T was a hardcore gangster rap artist from the West Coast who had songs like 6 in the Morning talking about police brutality and colors from that old soundtrack from that movie and did a lot of that stuff, and he had a very solid rap career. And Ice-T had a heavy metal band called Body Count. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They still perform today. Mm-hmm. And Ice-T and Body Count had a song on their debut album called Cop Killer. Very subtle. And Ice-T and Body Count would tour the world performing Cop Killer, and here in America, the police followed them in almost every city, getting ready to arrest them for obscenity everywhere they went. And then in 1989, Ice-T got into a movie called New Jack City, starring a pre-tax trouble Wesley Snipes, and where he played a police officer. And then Ice-T got into a couple of more movies, like Trespass was one of them, and Ricochet with Denzel Washington. And then he did a movie called Leprechaun in the Hood. Now, I know weed is legal in most states. There ain't enough marijuana this side of a Cheech and Chong reunion tour to make that a good-ass movie. That movie's awful, okay? If you've never seen Leprechaun in the Hood, let me tell you something. If you are a parent here tonight and you are worried that your child is high, put on Leprechaun in the Hood. If they giggle once, take their ass to rehab. That's how that goes, okay? And then as Ice-T got more roles, he got on a TV show called New York Undercover for a little bit. And then he got on a show that a lot of people seem to like called Law and Order Special Victims Unit, where he hangs out with Mariska hard-to-say last name all the time. And now, Ice-T has been on that show for what feels like 20-something years, where he says things that nobody else would ever get away with, but because he's Ice-T and he's got Ice-T swag, he gets away with them on every episode. It's amazing if you watch it, because you'll tune on an episode, they'll be in a bowling alley. There'll be some dude dead in the lane with a 10-pin in his mouth, and Mariska will be sitting there going, oh, looks like the victim suffered a lot. And then Ice-T steps in like, yeah, looks like my man rolled his last gutter ball. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, what? And now, he has done commercials for Honey Nut Cheerios, Raising Cane's, and Vivica A. Fox on Car Shield. What the hell? Like, enjoy y'all youth. It's ridiculous out here, man. That's why it's so hard to try to have fun and be cool. You know what I mean? Like, this is a fun job. You get to make people laugh, get them away from the stresses of the world. Because I have had bad jobs. Because I spent 7 years as a elementary and middle school teacher in some of Cincinnati's worst neighborhoods, and I look like this. So, if any of you decide you want to try to heckle, do your worst. I have no feelings left. You know what it's like to have a third grader call you a bald bitch at 8:30 in the morning? Because I do. Here's the funniest thing about teaching is that now I see some of my former students as adults. Yeah, and I'm like, how you like adulthood? You tried to warn us. I'm like, I told you, you little bastard. There's one kid I know I won't be seeing, though, because he will be spending the next 30 to 35 years down in Georgia in the state penitentiary for murder. Yeah. One of my comic friends was like, aren't you afraid of saying that joke out loud? I said, why? He ain't getting out. So, trying to have fun. That's why you gotta have your escapes. We all gotta have an escape to do something. A lot of us, our escape is reality TV, And I figured out why reality TV is so popular. In case you don't know why reality TV is so popular, it's because watching reality TV makes us feel better about us by watching other people fail. Yeah. I see some of y'all acting like you good people. You not, okay? You not. Everybody in this room likes watching other people fail. Do you really think America's Funniest Home Videos was on the air for 35 plus years because people were watching little kids have birthday parties? Nope. You were watching a grandfather get hit in the nuts with a wiffle ball. That's what you was doing. That's what you was doing. Okay? And nowadays, we got so many reality shows to make us feel better about us because there are so many terrible people. Like, ladies, you are the biggest demographic watching group of reality television shows. And you know why? It's because y'all are extra mean to each other, okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And by the way, ladies, I know I'm gonna say some things tonight that you probably are not gonna like, but let's be honest, none of you were having sex with me after the show anyway, so I'm gonna say what I want. Prove me wrong. So ladies, here's a quick question for you. How many of you like to watch those shows like Love is Blind or Love Island or Temptation Island or This Old Man's Got Millions, so I'm gonna have sex with him on this dirty ass island, whatever it might be? Yeah. How many of you, when you watch those shows, are sitting there rooting for her to find true love? And the crowd goes mild. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. For every one person that might be doing that, the rest of y'all are sitting at home in your underwear, on your couch, scratching yourself, covered in Cheetos dust going, I bet you this bitch got herpes. You ain't rooting for her. Yeah. You know what my favorite reality show is? MasterChef Junior. Yeah, somebody else know about some MCJ? Oh, I love that show. If you've never seen MasterChef Junior, let me set a stage for you. And I'm gonna tell you why I love MasterChef. It's because I cannot cook, okay? Can't do it. I can make two things, apologies and reservations, and that's about it, okay? You mess around with me, I'll burn cereal. Like, I can't cook. But if you have never seen MasterChef, MasterChef Junior is a cooking competition featuring 9 to 11-year-olds on nationwide TV trying to cook the fanciest dishes you've ever seen in your life to save their parents' failing marriages. It's hilarious. What other show do you see a 10-year-old running around talking about, I can't find saffron. I need saffron for my souffle. I'm sitting at home like, well, you about to find a new address, you little bastard, because your parents is getting divorced and you're going to have 2 Christmases. Good luck. Love it. That's why you got to try to find things that you enjoy. Like, here's a secret that some of y'all might not expect. I enjoy gardening. Can't imagine why I'm not drowning in ass, can't you? Yeah. I enjoy gardening. It became my hobby during the pandemic. You know what I mean? I like gardening. And here's the thing I've come to realize, as that reaction proved, not a whole lot of black dudes out there in the gardening game. Yeah. Ain't none of us on HGTV. You know what I mean? Like, I would love for that to happen. I think that we could get rid of a lot of problems with that. We could get rid of, like, all the thugs, you know what I mean? All the thugs out here now trying to be all hard. Get them a gardening show. You know what I mean? You get home on a Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock, hit the TV. Yo, what's up, son? Welcome into gardening with your boy, Mel Bitches over here. That's right. Over here today, I got a brand new hibiscus. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. You overwater this bitch, it's going to wilt. You put it right in the sun, it's going to be popping like me up in the club. I'm like, oh, yeah. Top-rated television right there, boy. I don't know. Here's the thing I also learned from gardening. White women are too easy to murder. Oh, let me explain. I'm in like Facebook gardening groups. I'm all in. And I was gonna go make a purchase at this woman's house. And I realized that I know I either look way too non-threatening or some of y'all are just too naive for your own good, if not a combination of the two. Because I got over to this woman's house to go pick up this plant. We're sitting there talking, having a good time. And I know she had an aloe vera plant on her deck. And I was like, oh, it's a very nice aloe vera plant. She's like, oh, you want one? Come down to my basement. My husband's not home. I was like, bitch, what are you doing? A friend of mine was like, oh, she knew you were safe. I was like, I still want to have a little bit of gangster to me. Here's something inside the black person studio. All black people still kind of want white people to be afraid of us a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, that's why if you ever see those videos on the internet, you'll see people yelling in public and getting into fist fights. All I need to do is just go scare somebody at a Macy's. And I'll be like, okay, whew, still got my black card. Like, all right. That's right, I ain't got no receipt. Like, oh, okay. Sorry, get to the parking lot, that was close. If you enjoy something, don't let somebody else make you feel bad about enjoying it. Yeah. You know why I say that? Because I like pro wrestling. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Today is actually Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's birthday. How about that? Yeah. Another fun fact from a man who's been single his entire life. But I like pro wrestling, but I got a friend of mine that just never lets it go. She just always gets on my case about it. She's like, I can't believe you like pro wrestling. You know that's fake, right? It's all predetermined. I'm like, you watch The Real Housewives of Orange County. These are the things I think about, though, because people just don't know how to enjoy themselves. But I'll tell you this, if there's something you enjoy, don't try to force it on somebody else. How about that? Yeah, you know why I say that? Because, as I mentioned, I enjoy a nice meal. You know one thing I don't enjoy? Asian food. Yeah, don't like it. Sorry. A friend of mine was like, oh, Tabari, you just haven't had good Chinese food. I'm like, you right. You're not gonna change my mind on that. Love the people, hate they food. The only thing Asian I've ever wanted in my mouth was Lucy Liu circa 2001. That was it. Charlie's Angels was popping. But I don't know. You just gotta try to have fun out here in this world, you know, and do what you can to survive, because everything is ridiculous, you know. That's why if you here with somebody tonight, I'm gonna give you some of the best dating advice you ever gonna get. If you've been together 6 months, things are going all right, settle. Seriously. What's some of y'all waiting on? Some of y'all came here in a Honda Civic missing 3 hubcaps. You ain't special. What you doing? Yeah. It's just bad out here, man. You know, like, it's just not fun to be single. Like, okay, it's fun, you know, if you're single and you're like in your 20s or you're like in great shape, or if, according to every dating app that I've been on, you're a man over 6 feet tall with tattoos and a beard. Mm-hmm. Listen up, hoes. I'm tired of y'all. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ladies, I'm gonna say something that I need you all to pass along to all your friends, and I need you to understand me when I say this. If you are dating a man under 6 foot tall, please stop saying the following sentence. I love my short king. Catch COVID-20, die immediately. We don't need you, okay? Sorry. All right. I see some of y'all pulling back from me on this, but you don't understand, ladies. You don't understand what you're saying when you say, I love my short king. You think you're giving your man a compliment. No, you're not. What you're actually doing is admitting out loud that you settled for a man that you didn't think you deserved, but this was the best that you could do. Yeah, I'm gonna let that marinate like a steak. How about that? Yeah. But here's the thing, ladies. As opposed to worrying about a man's height, why don't you worry about something that matters, like his heart, like his hopes, like his aspirations? Hell, be practical, like his credit score. What good does it do you to date a man 6'5" with a credit score so bad you have to go in half on a Little Caesars hot and ready? Grow up, bitches. Like, and by the way, 780. Your boy putting up numbers. I don't know. These are the things I think about, though, because I have a lot of time to watch other people's relationships. And that's why I'm happy, like, most of y'all look like y'all in a good relationship. Like, most of y'all look like y'all gonna make it. Like, some of y'all gonna break up tomorrow, but, like, most of y'all look like y'all gonna make it. But, like, here's the thing. Everybody knows that couple that needs to break up and just won't. And now everybody's tense at every gathering. You know what I mean? You see them all the time, and you be like, oh, God, please don't let them snap today. Like, it's always tense, you know? You've seen that couple. You'll be at a party. I had that happen to me last summer. It was a couple I hadn't seen in a while, and I was like, hey, how y'all doing? It's nice to see you. And the young lady was very nice. She's like, hey, Tabari, how you doing? And the dude was like, sup. And I was like, oh, shit. All right, well, yeah. And I started talking to him. I was like, I'm happy to see you guys because I have to admit, I had a horrible nightmare about y'all 2 weeks ago. The young lady was very concerned. Oh, my gosh, what happened? I said, well, I had a dream that he had killed you and called me at 2 a.m. saying he needed me to help bury the body. Yeah, she was very upset. She's like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. You know what he said? Did you help? I was like, all right. But if I don't know you, I love when I watch couples fight in public because I'm an agent of chaos. Oh. Yeah, you always see that couple that's fighting in public too. I love to make that worse, you know what I mean? I'll be at like a Target or like a Lowe's or something, and it's always like an innocuous argument that you can tell is not about that subject, but something much deeper, you know what I mean? You'll be sitting around, they'll be like, I don't need any more towels. Damn you, Debbie, we don't need no more towels in this house. We don't need no more towels. She's like, we would need more towels if you could wash your balls properly, you nasty bastard. I'll be like, that's when I come around the corner and I'll be like, I wouldn't take that shit if I was you, and then I fade to the bushes like Homer Simpson. And here's the thing, ladies, is like, I'm a nice dude, and what I mean by nice, because nice guy has a bad rap these days, is that when I'm nice, I'm cordial, I'm gentlemanly, I'm on time, I respect your feelings, I listen and don't give you advice you don't want, I don't try to mansplain. If I say something goofy that you don't like, I'll say, well, she might be right this time, and I'll think about it, or I'll be like, that bitch is wrong, to hell with it. I try, okay? That's what I do. But I get stuck in the proverbial friend zone quite a bit. Because ladies, you want the exciting guy. You see a guy with 3 DUIs and you be like, I can make him only drink soda. Like, y'all just choose some of the worst dudes, okay? And here's the thing I'm gonna tell y'all. Here's a little secret inside the heterosexual male studio. And by the way, the only thing I can speak for is a heterosexual male perspective, because that's all I've ever been and all I ever will be. But I will tell you this, I've been a comic for 20 years. There is no one on this earth as funny as a gay man is on accident. No one funny. Gay dudes are the funniest dudes ever. You know why? Because they come up with things on so quick with their wit, I can't even compete with it. I remember one day, I was at my day job back in the day, and we were in the break room, and a girl came up, and we were sitting there with me, our gay coworker, and her, and she was like, oh, I thought I saw you at the mall this weekend, but then the guy turned the corner, and he didn't have a beard, and I knew it wasn't you, although he looked just like you. Without missing a beat, the gay coworker was like, that's just what I need, a doppelganger. I'm like, you hilarious bastard. How dare you? But I digress. I also am giving y'all time to explain the joke, because some of y'all like, I don't know what it is. But here's the thing, ladies, back to my original point. Here's something that every man knows, but doesn't want you to know. But I will tell you, there's a very thin line between a nice guy and an asshole. Very thin line. And let me explain the difference. A nice guy will listen to your stories. He will remember why. The color yellow makes you think about that time you went on a trip with your family to the Bahamas and you had a wonderful time. It was your last time with your nana and everything was great. He'll remember why. The color purple makes you want to punch that bitch from 6th grade who stole your trapper key. He'll remember that. And an asshole would do that as well. The only difference is that once the asshole has sex with you, he is never going to call you again, because all he did was fake interest in you to get in you. All he did was fake interest in you to get in you. A nice guy, once you guys are intimate, once you have relations, sex, he does all the same things, except he continues to call you and see you, and if things go well, you might eventually get a ring on it, Beyonce style. But make no mistake, ladies, whether it is a nice guy or an asshole, all men at some point in time want to do the exact same thing, and that is to get you home, get you naked, and do things to you that would make your father go, "Not my baby," and make your mother go, "Damn, I ain't been that flexible in years." That's it. But so many things I hate about being single, man. Because, I'd like to be in a relationship. I'd like to be holding hands. Have someone to come home to at night. Someone to remind me to take my pills. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just may not be in the cards, though. So I'm trying to do what I can, I asked somebody one time, I was like, "Hey, you've been together like 30 plus years. What's your secret?" And he was like, "Whatever she says, I just say yes." And I said, "Are you happy?" And he said, "Ask her." I was like, wow, all right. Didn't see that one coming. These are the things I think about when I have all this spare time out here in this world, because, you try to navigate it. I'm trying to have fun with things, but as a single dude, you have to worry about getting to a certain age where you just come off creepy. See? I do a lot of shows. I have time to go travel on the road. My friends give me bad suggestions. My friends are like, "Hey, man, you're going on the road. You should go visit a zoo." Nah. I'm a grown man in his late 40s. I can't just be hanging out at a zoo on a Tuesday afternoon. Picture that, you know what I mean? There's a parent there with their child, be like, "Oh, look, son, this is the Galapagos turtle. They're the oldest turtles in the world." And then I walk up, "Well, they also love more than just lettuce." They're like, "That's nice. Come here, son, get away from this bastard." It's ridiculous, man. Another friend of mine was like, "You should go to an amusement park." "You like amusement parks?" "Yeah." "You know what I also like? Not being stared at." "Yeah." If you saw a grown man by himself at an amusement park, you are calling someone. You're going to dial 911 and just wait. You know something's up. It ain't good. Well, let me get ready to try to wrap this up and land just like a canceled Spirit Airlines flight. Y'all need to do what they doing. Well, let me land this with a quick story, which made me smile. Because I like to try to leave audiences with something positive, like the STD test that some of y'all getting ready to get this week. What I was going to tell y'all is that, you never know how you're going to inspire people, You never know when you're going to inspire someone. Because as I mentioned, I used to teach, and a lot of those kids now are, working, which is cool. They ain't in jail like the one dude. Yeah, he's in there for real. His name is... I would say his last name, but he might be connected. So I ain't going to say the rest of it. But you never know how you're going to inspire people was my original point, And I say that because I have some friends, that live in a different state because they escaped the matrix that is Cincinnati. And they had a house party because they had just bought a brand new house. And I know their son. I've known their son since he was still in his dad, and he's like, I can't pull out. I've known him for a very long time. So. At this point, I'm not even telling jokes as much, just trying to get some of y'all to see how long you will keep giggling, but the rest of y'all, will you speed up, please? I've known their son for quite a long time. He's a very nice young man, very polite, has his manners. And I was at their house for this gathering. This was like maybe 2 years ago. He was like 8 at the time. And my friends were like, Tabari, it's nice to see you. Noah has something he wants to tell you. And I was like, oh, what's up with that? And he goes, when I get older, I want to be a comedian because you're my favorite one. I know. I was like the Grinch. My heart grew 3 sizes that day. And then I realized I was fat and I should go to the hospital. But but in that moment, I was like very proud and excited. And he was like, as a matter of fact, can I tell you my favorite joke? And I was like, sure. You know, because you want to make sure that when someone is trying to do something, you can give them positive, honest feedback. So that young man was very excited. He goes, okay, I got a joke to tell. Okay, I got a joke to tell. Let me tell you my joke. Okay, I got a joke to tell. And I was like, if you don't take your medication and get to this joke. And he goes, what does a lemon get when it's sick? And I was like, I don't know. What does a lemon get when it's sick? And he goes, lemonade! And in that moment, he was very wide-eyed and all excited. And I knew I had a responsibility to tell him that was the worst damn joke I've ever heard in my life. You gonna have to grow up and sell crack, son. That's how bad that was. You ain't gonna get into college. They're gonna hear that joke and immediately put you into remedial classes. How dare you even try to step on my business, son? You are terrible. Now go over there with your mama who only married your daddy because she thought he was gonna be balling. Turns out that the money got his parents, went to his brother, so now she's sad and kind of wants to sleep with him. Good night. Well, they say you should leave an audience wanting more. That's it.
Tabari McCoy, let him hear it.